So happy to be back here. I'm very nervous. You could probably pick up on it. I'm sweaty. It's a 95-degree day in New York City. It's hot. You see this? It's sweat blastering down my hair. I'm in the park. So I'm back. I'm trying to begin again. I have been stuck on what to do, and so I asked you for help, and you helped me. Told me what you want and what videos you're excited to see. And within those replies, you mentioned, you asked a few questions about my life, and I pulled a few of those questions that repeated themselves and decided to turn those questions into my first comeback video. So I'm just going to get right into it so that I don't have to overthink it and get nervous and start getting self-conscious because of my sweat and things like that. So the first question that you asked was caring for my baby. How am I caring for my baby in the pandemic? I'm scratching my back because something's probably biting me. First question was, how am I caring for my baby in the pandemic? The fast answer is washing her hands and her feet regularly, because it's amazing to me how bold people are. How they just come up to her and touch her. It happens often, and I'm constantly wiping her hands and wiping her feet. And it's funny because John said that recently he heard that children are the ones that's really spreading COVID, and no one really knows. And I see it because I see everyone all over my daughter, and I'm like, she had COVID when she was 2 months. You don't know if she could have it now. You don't know the last person that was all over her, that was touching her, probably had COVID. They probably gave it to her, and now you have it, because you're just, you know, it's so easy to believe that children could be spreading it. Anyway, so I clean her up often. We're in the street a lot, so there's a lot of cleaning her hands and feet. She's barefoot all the time because she doesn't like footwear. She's always taking it off. So yeah, I have to wash her hands and feet often. I got vaccinated as well because I was really sick a few weeks ago. I was a mess. It was really bad. I thought I had COVID again. I didn't get tested, so I don't know if I had it. But I was so scared from being so sick and still having to fully take care of her. I was crying because I was just, it was hard. It was hard work. My ear hurt, my throat hurt. I had a lot of mucus. I was just fever, headache, mess. So I got vaccinated, and I was afraid to get vaccinated. I won't lie to you, but that's not because I think there's like some conspiracy. It's just because I'm always high anxiety when it comes to my body. I'm afraid to. I don't like to take medications. I don't like to be poked. My birth story is an intense story just because I never had surgery before, and I had a C-section, and I was scared out of my mind. So it's just me high anxiety with my physical form. I don't like, you know, too much done to me. But I did it because I was a mess when I was sick, and I did not want to have COVID again, and I didn't want to give it to my family. Anyhow, excuse the sweat, please. I take her outside a lot, I'll tell you that much. Aside from the cleaning her hands often, and getting myself vaccinated, I breastfeed her. So she has a lot of power in my breast milk, so I hear it's very nutritious, and so through my breast milk I'm caring for her as well in this pandemic, trying to keep her healthy. And by the way, she's growing stronger and bigger every day. She has 5 teeth up top and 2 in the bottom, and more growing in. She seems to me like a strong, healthy, happy baby. And I also, you know, I take her outside every day because I know that it's pandemic and I need to be super safe, and I'm trying to be as safe as I can, but I do not want to hinder her growth. These are very important months where she's developing so fast and she's growing so fast and she's so smart. I can see how she's absorbing everything, and so I take her. We are outside every single day, exploring something, seeing someone, you know, playing with her friends in a park, in the pool, in the sprinklers. Everything is a moment. I take her to the library as well. I take her to story time at the library. So I need her to be outside, and so for those reasons I need to clean up after her and to get myself vaccinated because I don't want to hinder her growth. So that's how I'm caring for my child. Second question, how am I doing self-care now with my very busy new mom life? Self-care for me was a indulgence before it so I was sitting in a bathtub, I don't know how long, bubble baths, Lush products, music, magazine, podcasts, YouTube videos. I would go for long walks. I would go out with John often. I would I would go read through magazines at the bookstore. I would do so much. I would take some classes to learn an extra skill. Now my self-care comes in moments. I'm really sweaty. It's hot out here. See that? That's sweat. Anyhow, so now my self-care, oh, my breast milk is coming in. It's hard as a rock. Now my self-care is moments. So I have moments to read through a magazine article, like Beyonce's story in Harper's Bazaar for September 2021. I haven't read it, and I'm dying to go to Barnes & Noble and just read this article, just read this story, and I haven't had a moment. But I do take slices of moment throughout the day, and believe it or not, sometimes it's like while doing the dishes, I'll plug in my podcast. While doing the laundry, I plug in my podcast. I love the sugars. They recently have one titled Invisible Work and Invisible Emotional Work, and it is excellent for anyone who's in a what do you call those relationships where it's a guy and a girl? I don't know what you call those. A heteronormative relationship, and or that's a mom. It's so on point. It's a great episode, and I still haven't even finished it, so imagine. I plug it in when I can. I finished Diary of a Video Vixen because it was juicy, because it was gossipy. But an actual novel like this one that I got from the library a while ago, No Longer Human by Osamu Dazai, I haven't had a chance to even bite into it yet. You know, it takes more work for me to read this, to focus on it, to pay attention to it. So a juicy little thing like Diary of a Video Vixen, I could get through that. But this one, something like this, this deep, is harder. But I still try, you know, I still read when I can, when Soul takes a nap. And I meditate in the shower during those moments. I do a little dance to a song or two. I love Bad Bunny, I love Rosalia, and I blast them in the shower. I watch things on Netflix. Sometimes I can't sleep like at 3 in the morning, and I'll just turn on Netflix on my cell phone in bed, and I just watch something. I recently finished something called The Letdown on Netflix, a series. It's about a new mom. Episode 1 and 2 was so me at that moment. Like, I was going through it. Like, I've had a rough couple of months as a new mother, and episode 1 and 2 sort of depicts what I was feeling and what I was going through. And by the way, that show showed me that I need a support system, that I'm looking for a mother group or nanny group. I don't care who it is. I just want a group of women in motherly figures. Oh, and I'm very skinny. I've lost an obscene amount of weight. That showed me that I need a support system. I need mothers in my life. I need children for my own child. I want her to have friends, to play. Anyhow, so yeah, it's a good show. It's called The Letdown. But for the most part, my self-care comes in moments, and I take every moment that I possibly can take. Whether it's a 10-minute bath, a little dance in the bath, the dishes I plug in to read. You know, I read a little bit from a book. I flip through a magazine. I started reading Psychology Now magazine, and I really, really like it. It's one of my favorites in my cultural report. It's excellent. And, you know, I take the moments as they come, but all the moments are like flashes, and my life is so very busy as a mother with not much of a support system that this is vital to me. These moments are vital to me, and so I don't let them slip away. So I don't complain that sometimes my only moment is doing the dishes in that peace and quiet in that moment. I don't complain. I take it as it comes because it's what I have. It's my reality. I don't have someone that I can say, hey, can you be with the baby for a little while? You know, John is working. John is an excellent father and partner. So we give each other the breaks that we need, but aside from us, we don't have anyone else, and so we don't mess around. The moments as they come, we take them, and we don't complain anymore. I have to be those moments are so special. I have to be present. It has to be intentional, and I have to take it as it comes, because if I don't have a moment to myself every day, my energy becomes stagnant and I cry. I could just tell you straight up, I become really sad if I'm stagnant working like a machine 24/7 with not even 5 minutes to myself. It has happened, and that's how I know I'm speaking from experience. So yeah, my me time is special. It's just little moments now, but it's invaluable to me. Question number 3 was, where's question number 3? Oh, how has Sol grown in the last 9 months? Like, what has changed about her? I think I mentioned earlier that she has a lot of teeth. She has so many teeth, and it's insane to me. I didn't know a 9-month-old could have like a mouth of teeth, like a mouthful of teeth. She's really tough. I would say she has a really strong, assured personality. She reminds me a lot of myself. Like, she is a tough cookie, a tough baby. She knows what she wants, she knows what she doesn't want, and I respect her. She has grown to be very trusting with me and John, you know. It's funny because I see her as an actual spirit in a human body. I've seen her like that since she came home. And in the beginning, she cried a lot. In the beginning, she cried. We got no sleep, and I remember telling John, and I remember so sweaty. I remember thinking, this is a baby that was in my stomach for 9 months, coming from heaven knows where into earth. She's scared out of her mind. She doesn't know anything. She's afraid. We have to be tender with her, and all of that tenderness paid off, and now she's in love with us. She's always playful with us, and always happy, and always laughing and giggling, and she likes to play with us. Like, she likes to like bite us and tickle us. Like, whatever we do to her, she does right back to us. She likes to do peekaboo with us a lot. I think the biggest change would have to be the trust. Like, she's trusting. She trusts us, and so she's freer. She's much freer to be happy, and she's happy all the time. Thank God. Yeah, she's really playful, really funny, really mischievous. And everyone loves her. And she's very, like, I guess you could say friendly. She's friendly with people. She smiles at everybody. She waves at everybody. Well, actually, that's changing. She is becoming more selective. She wants more freedom. Like, I can tell that she just wants to run and walk. She won't crawl. That's like really fascinating to me. But the doctor said that some kids don't crawl, they just walk. She is like ready to walk. She's in her playpen, moving around all the time, holding on and moving her feet. I hold her like this, and she'll start off here, and then she'll slowly wind up at the end of my hands. So she's like walking, just holding on to me. She's gonna be out there driving me nuts soon, because I heard that these are like the most easy time for us. People have been telling us that when she starts walking, that's when things get really tough on me. Like, I have to be on her all the time. I can't imagine it gets harder than it is now, or busier than it is now, but I guess that's around the corner, because this little girl is going to be walking very soon. So yeah, she's changed in 9 months with trust and a lot of love that we've shown her, and tenderness that we've shown her. And now she's this big ball of energy, mischievous, funny as all hell. Also, I noticed that she understands a lot, and so I'm extra careful what she absorbs, because, you know, tender times. What snacks am I enjoying? So it's funny, because for the last couple of weeks I've been craving orange juice like crazy, and all I do is take down like bottle after bottle after bottle. John goes out and he buys the big one, and I finish that, and I just want a glass of orange juice with ice like every few hours, and I don't know where that's coming from. Supposedly, when that happened the last time is when we got sick, is when the baby got really sick. She had like this really high fever, and it was scary. It wasn't COVID, I don't know what it was, honestly, but she was sick, and I was craving orange juice, and I thought that was for her. I thought that was her, you know, she breastfeeds, and supposedly when she's sick, my breast, like my body becomes aware of it through her mouth being on my breast, and I give her what she needs. And I was taking in so much orange juice, but it hasn't gone away, and she's a million times recovered. She's a lot better, and I'm still craving orange juice like crazy. Aside from that, my favorite snacks were all like things that she's allergic to, so I don't snack like I used to. I used to love like peanuts and chocolate, and I can't have peanuts, and peanuts was like my #1 snack. And I know you probably remember when I talked about how much I like peanuts back in the day. But I love ice cream, and so I eat egg-free ice cream, which is usually Breyers. I like cookies and cream. That's my favorite type of ice cream, but I also love chocolate. In what ways is Sol similar to myself? In what ways is she similar to John? I think that she's similar to me in her toughness. Like throughout my whole life, a lot of people have called me a bitch because I am who I am. Honest and open, and most people aren't. So that makes me a bitch. Sol is assured, like she's really assertive and strong, and the child plays no games. And then she's also at the same time very friendly. She's a people person. She will talk to all the kids at the park and, you know, baby talk. She's very active with new people, and that's John. John is open heart, open mind, and he's a people person. Everyone loves him. She is selective, but there's a willingness to make new friends and things like that very easily, and I think she gets that from John. Her warmth is from John, and her, I guess, assertiveness is from me. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you soon. I think my next video is going to be an unboxing, because I've had my phone that I love so much, the Note 8 Samsung, for 6 years. And I just got a new phone for my birthday, so I want to unbox it because it's so dope. And I think I'm going to do that tomorrow. I think I will do that tomorrow. And you'll see Sol tomorrow, because John is with her around here in the park right now. But tomorrow I'll do that video from home, and I'll have her to show you. Anyhow, I'll see you soon. Talk to you tomorrow. Peace.